Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In this episode I'm going to show you how to generate images utilizing stable diffusion and some of the very simple features of the Fooocus application. Whether you want to make an AI influencer, use it for artwork in general, or create something for your own project, the guide will hopefully be useful regardless. Again, I'm going to make numerous episodes on various features of the application and even more different AI applications. So stay tuned and tune into more episodes if you like that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is navigate to Google Colab. I'll provide all the links to the relevant content in the description if required. For those of you that don't know, Google Colab is a free resource where Google provides all the computing power we're going to need, free of charge, although there are some limitations. So once you go to Google Colab, sign into your Google account if you need to, and then click New Notebook. For this next part, I'm going to post the code you need in the description. Essentially, it just installs the Fooocus application. Then you're going to click on the change runtime type and select T4 GPU because this application requires a graphics card and not a CPU. Then click on connect and you should see the same place you clicked, get a tick, and it will show your RAM and various other statistics to notify that you're connected. Once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to go a tiny bit to the left of your code box and you should see that play button. Once you click that, the code is now running. I'm going to speed up this next part because the code running here can take a varying amount of time, but normally anywhere from about 2 to 5 minutes depending on various factors, especially if other people are using GPUs and you're getting throttled a bit. You'll know it have worked because at the end of the execution you'll have effectively two links. One will be a loopback address. You might not know what that is, it's all good, but the main one you want to pay attention to is you should have a link to like a cloud hosted solution. I'll show you once I've sped the video up. Right, so as you might see, the code is finished executing now, and there's two main links. One is called the local URL, which is the loopback address I was talking about. This isn't too relevant unless you actually wanted to go to the effort of hosting the application yourself, which I assume you don't because you're here. And the second is the Gradio link. As you can see there, we have a kind of a custom identifier .gradio.live. That's what we're going to click on. Right, so this is the Fooocus application. Now, first thing you want to do is click the advanced button at the bottom left. And now we're presented with pretty much all these different unique options. It is a bit overwhelming at first, but I will be releasing subsequent episodes for various of these options. As you can see, we have simple stuff like resolution for if you want to take photos in like a phone format or in like a landscape format. You'd pick a different resolution depending on what you're trying to aim for. Okay, so we're going to get started on just making our own prompt right now. We're just going to type in some generic terms that the model can kind of identify with. This is standard stuff like, beautiful model, skin tone, hair color. You can put in hair type, location, full body, any types of this sort of stuff. Prompt engineering, i.e. how to create an effective prompt, is a whole nother universe of content, so I will make some videos on that if you guys would like to see it. But right now we're just going to try and type in a few simple little prompts, simple little prompt requests, and try and get a decent image out of it. Alright, so as you can see, we click generate once we've filled in everything, and after a short amount of time it's going to try and, well, basically diffuse all the elements of that image. So as you can see, it's continuously generating a new one. When you run this without changing anything, it may generate two images. That's no problem. I'll show you in the next video how to run however many images you want up to a limit. But as you can see, we're nearly done here, and right, should have finished. Yeah, and you'll get your final image out. Now obviously, as you can see, the image isn't cropped fully to the box. That's because I've selected a certain format there, which suits phones better. Like I said, for my next one, I'm actually going to select the 1:1, which will mean it's more suitable for a wider range of content. But as we can see, even from that image, not everything is correct, is interpreted correctly by the bot. We can see that strawberry blonde, for instance, that isn't a typical strawberry blonde color. I cannot say that word for some reason. So now we're just gonna do another one. Basically, we're just gonna replace some of the comments and make a male one this time. We actually didn't specify last time the gender, so we're gonna do it this time. And we're also gonna add some elements such as location, i.e. at the gym, and see what we can get out. Of course, we're gonna change the hair as well to a style like spiky. And here we go again. We're gonna generate, and eventually starts to diffuse. As you can see, it looks like it's going pretty well. We can make out he has blonde hair. It's relatively full body. I'd say more like half body, but again, the prompt isn't, the bot isn't always super accurate with stuff like that. But it's clearly in the gym, and it's a standard, fairly handsome dude, right? Nothing wrong at all with the image, really. I prefer the quality of that one to the other one based on just how correct the prompt was. And you can see the ratio this time is actually 1:1. So you can use that for a lot more content. You can also click that when you click into the image, or don't have to click into, there's a little download button, the top right corner of that frame, and that will allow you to download it directly, and you can just open it up as standard like that. And obviously you can click X. I'll be real, I'm not too sure of the function of that. I think it just puts it back into the background, but if you want to start a whole new prompt, I normally just refresh it and start over. Right guys, I'm just going to do a few closing notes for you, as I thought it's actually quite important. Like I was mentioning earlier about the image number, all you do is make sure you click the advanced button here and go to settings, and then here you can select the image number. It goes up to a max of 32 at once, but that'll probably take forever. So if you just want one image, you can just drag it all the way to the left side, and it'll be one. Just as a quick second note, I actually thought about this just before I was going to upload this, but make sure that when you're running Fooocus that you do actually keep your Colab notebook and the code running, i.e. connected, and you don't suddenly disconnect from this, because it will stop this from functioning. If I show you here as an example, even just simple stuff like trying to select output format, I get a lot of frequent errors because I can't do it. And if we just try and type something in here, panda, hyper realistic, bamboo, eating, generate, connection errored out. As you can see, it's pretty simple. Just keep your Colab notebook and your code running. If you get disconnected from this, like you can, throttled by Google, the best way to do it is basically just to run up a new instance like we showed at the start of the video. If you're worried about basically keeping the same type of model or the same character you've generated in this, that's something I'm going to cover in the next video. It's effectively going to be using a function that you'll see here if this wasn't airing out. It's called the seed, and with a certain seed you can generally keep the same type of character that you've created, and you can use it for future image generation as well. So if you liked the video, like it, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, dislike, but I'm going to make some more, and hopefully give you guys some more content that you'll enjoy. Thanks a lot.